Yo everyone, what's going on? couriwaY here, and in this video, I wanted to see how fast I could speedrun my own username as a seed in Minecraft. If you like the idea of this video and have any suggestions on what else you'd like to see me speedrun, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to check it out. Also, chances are that if you're watching this video, you may not be subscribed. So if you'd like this video and are interested in more from me in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Support recently has been unreal and I really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, let's get started. This video idea was actually an idea from a comment by Penguin, and they said that they had seen someone else do this, so the link to the original video by Mark Lucas is in the description. Basically what he did was he did a tool-assisted speedrun of his name on Minecraft, and I want to do something a bit different. This is not a tool-assisted speedrun, this is just a raw speedrun. And the way that I chose the seed, actually, you might just think, well, it's your username, right? And yes, it is my username. The seed is couriwaY. But capitalization changes things in seeds. So I went through a bunch of different iterations and wanted to choose the coolest seed for this run. And I found a really cool one pretty early on. And it is couriwaY with all lowercase and a capital Y. I'll put it on the screen now. And you probably saw it in the thumbnail. But the reason the seed is really cool is because there is a village and, as it comes into view, a mansion, a dark oak mansion. How insane is that? It's an insanely rare thing, and once I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to make this seed work somehow. I don't care how the Nether is. I really want this to work. And the seed actually worked out really well. I did a lot of different routing for this. This had a lot of different iterations. Let me know, by the way, if you'd be interested in, like, me recording the routing, possibly like doing the routing and then like uploading that like unlisted and like putting that in the description or something for people who would be interested. It wouldn't be like an actual video, but like you could, you know, kind of see my thought process on how I end up routing these. But you see a shipwreck here. That's why I didn't grab too much wood already. I'm able to get all this iron here, and then I'm able to just make an iron axe. And I'm actually about to get an insane amount of wood at this village. And pause the video right now, leave a comment, tell me why you think I'm grabbing. I think I grabbed 20 logs of wood. If you get it right, I will be very impressed. But you'll see why once we get into the Nether, why I grabbed that much wood. I make my iron tools, pick up my boat, and I only need 3 hay bales because the rest of the food I can just grab in the chest, which is really, really nice. And here you see me starting to chop down this wood. Also, another thing that I'm trying out different in this video is you can see, or you can hear, excuse me, the music that I'm listening to in the background when I actually recorded this. When I was doing these runs. So if you like that instead of the Pokemon music, let me know with a comment. If you guys aren't, you know, the biggest fan of this, that's totally fine. I'll just go back to the Pokemon music. I personally really like the Pokemon music, but I wanted to try something different, see how you guys like it, you know. Right now I'm just grabbing all the beds. I think this is a bit safer than going for the Bastion. I'm able to leave the Bastion a lot quicker. I feel this way in normal RSG runs too. I've talked about it before. As much as I love Hypermodern and really think that it has a lot of potential, I don't like high rolling on string. I don't like getting an absolute god seed and then relying on string. I think that's a really, it's very risky. I don't think it's a bad play, but it's extremely risky. And when I'm at a village like that, you know, and I know I'm going to a Bastion, I'd rather just take the beds. It's a 10 seconds for an absolute guarantee. You may have seen the ruined portal here when I was boating over before. I'm able to get 2 obsidian here, which I actually don't use for the portal at all, and gold boots, which is really nice, and the flint and steel, so I don't even have to worry about gravel. And then I'm using a bit of Hypermodern here. I'm using the underwater magma ravine, which is really cool. I really, really like this overworld because it adds a lot of elements that you see in usually 2 different runs together. Like this has a village and hay bales, but I'm also golem skipping. I'm getting a magma ravine, I'm getting a pirate ship. So there's a whole bunch of things here that make this overworld super, super unique. And there's a couple of things really cool in the Nether too that we'll get into. But right here you can just see I'm making the magma portal. I've actually gotten pretty good at these. This was like somewhat slow, but it was clean, so you know what, I'll take it. I screw up the fire, but that's fine, and then I pick up a lava bucket, so I'm good to go in case there's any hoglins. And here we go. This is why I needed the wood. We are in a soul sand valley, and wood is the easiest block for me to get to place on top of the soul sand so I don't go super slow. And this was really, really fun. I did this run probably like 10 or 15 times. And the reason that made this run so good is my blaze rod luck, you'll see later, is unreal, which is usually what these come down to. I'd love to always just choose the one where I have the best mechanics. But it usually comes down to the biggest time save being blaze rods are god Bastion. This Bastion was actually really good too. With the blaze rods, I think I go like 6 for 7. We'll count when we get there, but it's insane. I also kind of screw up this route a little bit. I went too far to my right when I should have went up, but that's okay. It was like maybe like a 5-second time loss. And we are going. We've already used half a stack of wood, if not more. And we're probably about halfway to the Bastion. This is a bridge Bastion you'll see coming up. I really want to do different types of Bastions because I know all of them and I like showing them in videos. But unfortunately, every seed just has a bridge Bastion or a housing Bastion. I think one seed I was looking at for a different video had a treasure Bastion, so that's really cool. I'll do that in the future. And actually another one had stables too, so that works out. You can see here, I'm grabbing a bit more blocks. This is to build over to the bridge Bastion. Since I'm running out of wood, I literally use all the wood specifically just to get over here faster with the soul sand, which is actually pretty insane. I'm able to get 30 more netherrack, which is, I think, more than enough. Actually, no, it's not more than enough. It's actually like just enough. I found through testing. And here we go. We're climbing the Bastion. This is honestly pretty clean. I'm pretty happy with this. It's honestly really fun to do. I love climbing up walls like this. And you see me climb up here, and then I'm going to just bridge over. I saw this hoglin, or yeah, I saw the hoglin, but I didn't realize it was a baby, so I towered up in fear, and then it was just a baby one, so I didn't need to do that, but it's okay. And now I'm going to grab the gold blocks and start trading. Something you may have seen from people's videos on bridges or just live streams in general is a lot of speedrunners right now are actually not grabbing all of the gold blocks from bridge, and the reason for that is you don't really need it, right? Like, if you get really screwed on trade, you can always just go back. Something that I do is if I can tell that I'm not getting something, like if I skipped on beds, right, and I saw like once I do the gold block break up top, if I come back down and realize, oh shoot, I only have like one string trade, then I'll go back and grab the other gold just to make sure I get it, right? But you know, I don't have to worry about that because I grab beds. But that's a situation where you'd grab the rest of them. So here you could see me utilize the 2 obsidian we got as building blocks. And then I break the gold block and trade with the piglin that come over here, which is really nice. I love this strat by 11 billion. Absolutely big brain content creator. I'll leave his link in the description because I use his Bastion route literally every time. I think every other route I've kind of varied to like make it somewhat my own, except for bridge. 11D's bridge route is just so perfect. So definitely go check them out. And yeah, so I got my 12 obsidian in that chest. That chest is insane. I punched the hoglin so it doesn't get mad at me. But yeah, that chest is absolutely insane, which is probably why you were thinking, Curry, why are you placing the obsidian? You need it for a portal. No, that chest is just absolutely ridiculous. So here I'm just waiting on, I believe, pearl trades. I think I'm good on fire res. And I have 15 pearls. I need at least 19 to go to get everything that I need, or to use all the ender pearls that I need. So I'm waiting for at least one more trade, and hopefully I get it somewhat soon. Obviously I do. I know the video, but this was actually a pretty fast Bastion. This was basically, I think, a 2-minute 10-second Bastion, something like that, which is super respectable. I'm honestly like, I know a lot of people do like sub 2 Bastions and stuff, but I don't think that's realistic in actual practice, and I'm still waiting on this trade. This hoglin also just runs in the lava. I thought that was so funny. I get the pearl trade. I think about waiting for one more, and I'm like, no, I have to go. So I start pearling, and this is really cool. So you'll see that I'm actually going extra regional, and you may not know what extra regional is. It's kind of an advanced term in speedrunning. Basically, with the quadrant stuff of, like, for anyone that doesn't know, there's a 430 block quadrant, positive and negative, that structures can spawn in. And it's basically 430 by 430, and most of the time, I'd say like 90% of the time in speedruns on like an actual good world record pace run, you're not going out of those first 4, you know, pause, neg, pause, and neg. You're never going outside of those 4. But in this run, I actually am, because I'm so far out already. I think my chords are like 300 out, that it's actually faster to go to extra regional. And this was the first thing I did. This was the last thing that I changed in routing. Originally, I had me pearl all the way back to my portal and then go the other way to a fortress. And I was like, no, let's see what the blind travel would be like from an extra regional fortress. And there was one nearby, which was really nice. And there were also 3 blazes right here that I decided to go for instead of going straight to the blaze spawner, because I can't pass up on 3 blazes just staring at me. So I took those, and now we can head to the blaze spawner. And yeah, I also took some advice in the comments. A lot of people were like, hey, you should just blind travel like basically directly into the stronghold. It's actually a lot harder than it sounds. Like, it'd be great if I could just instantly blind travel into the Stronghold, but because of how Strongholds generate, sometimes it can be really challenging to, like, get a Nether portal to, like, fit in there, actually. So a lot of times it'll spawn you in, like, a nearby cave or on the surface, even if you get the chords, like, perfectly right? So I don't think that's ever gonna really, unfortunately, be able to happen. I'm gonna keep trying for it because I think it'd be really cool. But on this one, it sadly was not able to happen. So I do the Stronghold stuff similarly, but it's a really cool way to get there, which I really like. You'll see in a second here. I'm 5 of 6, I believe, on blaze rods, or 5 of 7, something insane. But yeah, like I said, my blaze rods were insane. I'm clearing my inventory. I had so much garbage. And then there was only one spawn here, but I actually get the drop, and I am out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really good. This is really good pace. And eat some bread. And Ender Pearl. This is a really cool Ender Pearl. I was testing this to make sure that I can actually make it, and you can. It's a sick pearl. Then I go up here in this like little nook and cranny. I think this is so sick. I think this run, honestly, was probably my favorite one to redo. The soul sand part was kind of annoying, but this like end game is so cool to me. And then I have one more pearl to throw all the way over there. And this blind travel, well, I guess it's not really blind travel, quote unquote, because I know exactly where it's going to put me. But this hypothetical blind travel is awesome. And there's also like a nice little marking here with the 2 netherrack that wasn't like the crimson dirt or whatever the nether dirt is called. I don't know what it's called. And then I'm able to just go through it, which is nice. And we are actually leaving the nether the same time as my world record. Obviously, this run doesn't count because it's a set seed. And obviously, I know what I'm doing. I mean, I could submit it for set seed, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But I blind travel the exact same time as my nether in my world record, which is really funny. 10:53 on the dot. And now I'm doing my triangulation, which is, again, like, I have a lot of comments always be like, how do you do triangulation? I feel like this is basically how you do it, right? You take the angle, you take the first eye, you get the angle, then you go a different direction, and then you throw a second eye, and then you just go to where they meet up. And this one was pretty self-explanatory because the Stronghold is so close by, and then I'm able to just dig down. So triangulation, basically you're just trying to make a triangle, right? Throw 2 eyes, where do they meet? That's the tip of the triangle, that's where you want to dig down. So here we are digging down, and this Stronghold is actually pretty nice. It's actually super easy to get to the portal room. It's right behind a hidden wall, and we are going to go fight the Ender Dragon. But I really like this video idea. Again, thank you to Penguin for suggesting this, and also to Mark Lucas, the original person who did a speedrun of this. And again, I will link Mark Lucas and 11 Billion in the description down below. Definitely go check them out. If anyone's not seen tool-assisted speedrunning, it's really cool. And I highly recommend checking it out if you like the kind of stuff that I do, because it's basically similar things to this, but way faster and done in like crazy fast with like tools. It's insane. But anyway, we're in the end now, and all I gotta do is do the 1 cycle. Shout out to Dav1E, Davey, a good friend of mine on the channel. I was watching his live stream today. I'll leave a link to his live stream and his YouTube in the description down below. He actually got a PB on the day I'm recording this, so congratulations, Davey. It should be yesterday for people watching this video. But why I'm shouting him out is because I learned this really cool bed thing. Now, I always knew that you could, like, do a double bed when you're 1 cycling at the end, but I didn't realize how much damage it actually does until I watched his PB today. And it adds for a really cool way to do a 1 cycle, which you'll see. The dragon shoots me, and thankfully, this dragon is actually a lot faster than the dragon that I had in the slowest speedrun one. That dragon was so slow. This dragon was actually pretty fast. It does one more little turn here, and then I'm ready to go. I can tell it's going to perch here. As soon as it turns, I throw my Ender Pearl, and here is the 1 cycle. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This was super fun. Again, if you have any suggestions, let me know with a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all again soon with another video. Peace out, everyone.